All right, so this is chapter 1, lesson 6, and we're going to do this in 2 parts. So this is part 1 of scientific notation. Okay, so in words, blank blank is when a number is written as a product of a factor and an integer power of 10. So in those blanks, you're going to write scientific notation. So scientific notation. The factor must be greater than or equal to 1 and less than 10. So it has to be between 1 and 10. Okay? Greater than or equal to 1, but less than 10. So example, 425 billion can be written as 4.25, and then there are 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's where I put my decimal, so that's why it's 10 to the 8th power. Okay? Sometimes you'll see that this is written as a caret form. This is the same thing as saying 10 to the 8th, like that. Okay? Just so you know. All right, so standard form. Okay. Standard form, I have positive power equals a larger number, negative powers equals smaller numbers. So if I have negatives, I'm taking a decimal, I'm going to the left. So it's the left, okay? If I have positive powers, I'm going to the right with my decimal, okay? Positive powers equals bigger numbers, negative powers equals smaller numbers, all right? So here's my number, 5,326.6. My digits, I want to move it so it's between 1 and 10. In order to do that, 5 is the logical choice, so I put my decimal point here. So I moved from here, here's my original decimal place, 1, 2, 3. So I get times 10 to the 3rd. Okay, so that's how you write it in scientific notation. All right? This is in standard form. This is scientific notation. Scientific notation, standard form. All right, so some rules. If the number is greater than or equal to 1, the power of 10 is positive. Okay? If the number is between 0 and 1, the power of 10 is negative. Okay, so if I start with a number greater than or equal to 1, positive. If I start with a number between 0 and 1, negative. All right? So let's look at some examples. So I have 4 examples here. So the first one, I want to write each number in standard form. Standard form. So I'm going from scientific notation to standard form. So my first one, 5.34 times 10 to the 4th. I'm taking my decimal. I'm moving it 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. You may have to add 0, so I get 53,400. Okay. Number 2, 3.27 times 10 to the negative 3rd. I start wherever my decimal place is. So in this case, it was here. I'm going to the left because it's negative. 1, 2, 3. So I have 0.00327, okay? So number 3 and 4 ask us to write each number in scientific notation. So I have 3,725,000, okay? So 3 is going to be the number right in front of the decimal, okay? So I want to figure out how many zeros I need. So my decimal place was here. So realistically, because there's no decimal, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So I have 3.725. You don't have to worry about adding all these zeros at the end. You can stop at 5 times 10 to the 6, because when I multiply it back out, I'll know to add these zeros in, all right? For number 4, I have 0.000316. So this is going to be a negative exponent. So I start where my decimal is. I go back till it makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is at the 3, because I want a number between 1 and 10, right? Can't be bigger. It can be 9, but it can't be 10, right? So that's 4 places. So 3.16 times 10 to the negative 4th. All right, so I have 3 try problems. Go ahead, try them out, pause the video. When you're done, come back. We will go over the answers together. All right, now that you've tried the try problems out on your own, we're going to look at letters A, B, C, D, E, and F. So A, B, and C ask me to write the answer in standard form. D, E, and F will ask me to write in scientific notation form. So letter A is 7.42 times 10 to the 4th. So come over here. Right, times 10 to the 4th. So I have 7.42. Okay, I'm moving 4 places. Okay, so I'm going to the right because it's positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I can add zeros in here. So my final answer, 74,200. Okay. Letter B, 6.1 times 10 to the negative 2. Okay, so I have 6.1. The negative tells me I'm going to the left, so I'm going 2 to the left. 1, 2, so I get 0. I can add 0 there. 0.61. So for letter B, I get 0.061. Okay. For letter C, I have 3.714 times 10 squared. Okay, so our letter C, 3.714 times 10 squared. So I'm going to rewrite my number. Tells me I'm moving to the right. I move 2, 1, 2. I get 371.4. Okay? 371.4. So that's my answer for C. 371.4. Okay? Now I have letters D through F. I'm writing into scientific notation. So D, I have 14,140,000. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. So I have D. Okay, so I want to end up putting the decimal point right here, right? Okay, so I wanted to count to see how many I got there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 1.414 times 10 to the 7th power. So I'll come back over here for D. 1.414 times 10 to the 7th. Okay. Letter E, 0.00876. Letter E, 0.00876. I need to get to here, right? Because that was between 1 and 10. Okay, and I had to move my decimal. 1, 2, 3. So I get 8.76 times 10, and because I moved it backwards, right, I'm going to have a negative 3. So I get 8.76 times 10 to the negative 3rd power. All right, and the last one I have is 0.114. Okay, I want to move it so it's here because that's between 1 and 10. All I had to do is move it 1 over, so 1.14 times 10 to the negative first power. Okay. And that is the end of part 1.